Going on today, guys? We're back again with the commands of Christ, and today is bring in the poor, and our adventure is in Luke chapter 14, and Jesus is in the house of a prominent Pharisee, and everybody's eating, and he notices a man there that has a problem with abnormal swelling of the body, and he looks at everybody and he says, "If your son or ox falls in a ditch or a well on the Sabbath, would you pull him out?" And of course, nobody answers him. I know we've gone through this before, but it's such a beautiful point he makes. He says that of course you'd pull him out, and he heals the guy there, and obviously every time Jesus healed on a Sabbath day, it always upset people, but he heals the guy, and he looks around and he sees people seated at places of honor, and he says, when you're invited to somebody's house, he said you should always take the lesser position in the house. Not the best position. You take the lower position, and then the owner of the house can come and invite you to be seated in a higher place. And then he takes it a step further. Obviously they still weren't getting it. And he says that, when you have a dinner or a luncheon, invite the poor, invite the lame, invite the blind, invite the crippled. Because if you invite other people of your stature, if you invite other people of your placement in the world, they're going to invite you back. You're going to get back what you've given. And he challenges you to give to those who can't give. Give to those people who can give you nothing in return, because you'll be blessed by your Father in heaven. And you will be rewarded on the day when Jesus calls us home. On the resurrection of the righteous, he said. And I want to show you guys something here. Take a look at, this is southern Louisiana. I don't know how many of you guys are from here, but this doesn't happen. And I know everybody's so excited about it, and they're so surprised, and this doesn't happen here, and it's just for me, it's a sign that blessing to me. It's a real blessing to me to have this here, and it's an encouragement, But you look at how the snow falls on the earth in a place where it's not supposed to fall, and it just reminds you of how in control he really is of everything. Some people say it's nothing, it's no big deal, it's just it's all about right place, right time, right temperature, right elements. No, man, it's a blessing. The Lord's blessing us. He's giving us something to look forward to, and he's giving us beauty, aesthetics for our eyes to see, right in front of our face, blessing and peace. And this whole thing about bringing in the poor, it's a really big deal. Falls in line with make disciples. You take these people and you show them compassion and mercy, and you share your wealth with them. You share your life with them. And people that can't give it back to you, man, it's just such a wonderful thing to be able to do that. And that's something Christ really wanted us to do, was to share his love and to give, and to have compassion on others. And when you bring these people in, when you take these people in, whether it be an orphan or a widow or a person that is in need of mercy, or they don't have anything, and you have an opportunity to give them hope, and to give them blessing, and to give them a better life. I mean, man, you just have no idea. You have no idea what kind of blessing is going to be in store for you. But that's what He calls us to do. He calls us to a higher level of holiness, a higher level of love, a higher level of compassion, a higher level of mercy, and a higher level of forgiveness even. But Luke chapter 14 in the beginning there, I encourage you to read it, because it's an awesome read. And you see, when Jesus gave the Great Commission, He said, "Go therefore and teach the nations everything that I have commanded you." So we take the commands of Christ and we share it with the world. So when we invite these people, whether it be to give them a place to live or something to eat, or we just take care of them, serve them any way we can, that creates an open door. That creates an open door for the gospel, the commands of Christ, to be shared with them. And more than ever before, the world is desperate for the commands of Christ. It's the only hope that we have. It's the only surety that we have. Everything else is going to wither and fade, but the words of God will never wither and fade. The commands of Christ will never, they will always exist for eternity. And some people struggle with faith. Some people struggle with the existence of God. You know, that's a real struggle for them. They see so many contradictions and inconsistencies. And this I have to say to you: when you look at a human, you look at the complexities of the DNA in a human body. If we took that DNA strand and we rolled it out and stretched it out as long as it would go, it hit the moon. And I'm telling you, that didn't happen on accident. This cell phone that I'm speaking into, that has all these complicated things going on with it, when compared to a human, is nothing. And you look how complicated that is. You tell me that happened on accident. Somebody created it. And it's the same thing with this world. Same thing with our bodies. There was a creator. There was a creator. And you know, there's no way around it. And you have to understand, if there's a 1% chance that we're right, 1% chance, then it's worth it. And the encouragement I give you today is to not take the higher position, the high road. The encouragement I give you today is to show love and compassion to everyone around you. The people that don't have friends, you know, look for those people. The people that aren't popular. You know, those, what some people would say, funny looking people or weird people. I encourage you to go make friends with those people. I encourage you to go and love those people and to share Christ with those people, because you may be the only person that ever really does. You may be the only person that ever becomes their friend. But I'll tell you what will happen. If you have folks that look up to you, if you have folks that look up to you and they see you making friends with these people, you might catch a little flack in the beginning there, but the whole concept is to get them to do the same thing. Lead by example. Show people love that nobody else wants to show love to. Compassion and mercy and forgiveness and friendship. Do that. Show it with those people, and you will start a new trend. Friends to the friendless. That's who Jesus Christ was, folks. He was an amazing individual. And he wanted us to do the same things he did. He wanted us to be just like him. So I challenge you to bring in the poor, the weak, the lame, the crippled, the blind, the rejects, and make them feel welcome. Make them feel equal. Anyway, guys, it's snowing in Louisiana, and it's a good day to make a video for Jesus. Anyway, y'all be blessed. It's great speaking with you, and we'll see you next time.